Folks, how you doing? Sorry for the late start today. I had some things I had to take care of. But we're here now, so I appreciate your patience. And yes, all is well, John. Thank you so much. Hope you're doing well too. How's you can hear the bass, you can hear me talking. Let's tune up a little. All right, nice. Let's play a little bit. Still getting it back into action for today. Let's have some caffeine, that will help. How you cats doing? Nice to see you on here. Is it possible for you to try and play Attention by Charlie Puth? I can try. I'd have to learn it though. I don't know. I actually don't know any Charlie Puth songs. I know who he is, and some of my buddies have played with him and toured with him. But I myself, I don't know any Charlie Puth songs. But you could try learning it real quick, right? That'll be good. And for some of you, you can see my process of how I would learn a tune like that. So what's it called? Attention by Charlie Puth. Bring it up here, and then let me also do that. Indeed, 317, nice to see you. Almost caffeine chops, John. The caffeine is still kicking in. So many strings, yeah. 6 strings. That's probably as much as I could go. But there are cats who play 7-string basses, 8 strings, 9 strings. Like, I mean, there are some cats who really do that. And it's pretty cool the way they do it. I remember trying an 11-string bass one time at the NAMM show, and I mean, it was incredible. I didn't really know what to do with it so much, but it sounded really great. It was a really nice instrument. I have a picture of it. This is from we're talking about 12 years ago. You know. Let me try and find this track. And I can learn it right on the spot, and we can see, see what I can do with it. But I remember one of my buddies, great bassist, his name is Dimitri. He toured with and recorded with Charlie a lot, so he's on a lot of those recordings. Another dude, he goes by his Low Pass Filter, his Instagram. Philip, he's an incredible bassist, and I know he was also touring. I'm not sure who's touring with Charlie right now. But I will admit, I'm not too familiar with Charlie Puth's music. I've only heard maybe a few tunes, in passing. but yeah, I'm not too familiar. So I think this would actually be really good. Let's, you know, learn a song that I'm not familiar with. So I'm just getting the track for it. But I just want to say welcome to the live stream. I apologize for being late today, but we're here now, and it's always great to see some familiar faces or familiar handles and even just new cats as well. So just welcome to everyone. If you haven't, please like and subscribe to my channel here. And since this is a Bass with Benjamin live stream, which is all about bass playing, if you have any questions about bass playing, please pop it down in the chat. And whatever you know, maybe I might be able to help you out. But anything you want to know about gear, techniques, concepts, anything to do with recording, playing gigs, you know, just, you know, beginner questions, advanced questions, please, you know, this is an open space for everyone who loves bass playing, anything to do with bass playing. Please pop it down in the chat. So get this track here while I've got my little background music loop going on. Where did I put it? Okay, yeah, it's here. So we're just importing this into. I'm using Logic as my DAW, as my DAW. All right. So one of the first things, obviously, that is important when learning a track is learning a song that you're not familiar with. Is this going to be like a really loud, like look, the waveform looks just absolutely insane. It is obviously we want to listen to it. What I'm going to do though is I'm going to just apply my little stem splitter to it so that if there's any individual little parts that I need to hear, especially in the bass, I can do so. And then when play along to it, I can play along with my bass. But yeah, when learning tunes, obviously, yeah, you want to listen to it first. That's probably the most obvious thing. But for some of you, you might want to, depending on the complexity of the tune, you might want to listen to the tune a number of times, all right? Just know when learning anything, whether you're transcribing or you just learning, you know, a new song, it's going to require repetition, all right? Repetition is definitely key. We hear these stories of people, you know, who can listen to something one time through and they've got it. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm not boasting, but that's sometimes the case with me, depending on the type of tune it is, right? I do have perfect pitch, so I am able to use that to my advantage in that case. But I also know some people who don't have perfect pitch, but they have really good ears and are able to pick up on stuff very quickly. But don't use that as like, oh, I should be like, you know, learning songs the first time through. No. It doesn't have to be like that. The point is, when learning a tune, is that you learn the tune. You learn it properly, not just kind of just, you know, just skating through it. All right, so let's have a listen here. I've never heard this tune before, at least I don't think I have, so this is going to be a first for me. So I'm going to listen through to the tune.
You've been running around, throwing that dirt all on my name. 'Cause you knew that I'd call you up. You've been going around every party in LA. 'Cause you knew that I'd be at one. Oh, I know that dress is karma, perfume regret. You got me thinking about when you were mine. Oh, and now I'm all up on you, what you expect.
Yeah.
But you're not coming home with me tonight. You just want attention. You don't
this.
You just hate the thought of me with someone new. Yeah, you just want attention. I knew from the start. You're just making sure I'm never getting over you. You've been running around, running around, running around, throwing that dirt all on my name. Cause you knew that I knew that I knew that I'd call you up. Baby, now that we're right here standing face to face, you already know that you won. Oh, I know that dress is karma. You regret, yeah. You got me thinking about when you were mine. You got me thinking about when you were mine. And now I'm all up on you. What you expect, oh, baby? But you're not coming home with me tonight. Oh, no. You just want attention. You don't want my heart. Baby, you just hate the thought of me with someone new. Yeah, you just want attention. I knew from the start. You're just making sure I'm never getting over you. What are you doing to me? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing to me? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing to me? What are you doing? What are you doing to me? What are you doing? I know that dress is karma, perfume regret. You got me thinking about when you were mine. And now I'm all up on you. What you expect? But you're not coming home with me tonight. You just want attention.
It's almost like he got like annoyed that I was playing chords.
You just hit the thought of me with someone new. Yeah, you just want attention. I knew from the start. You're just making sure I'm never getting over you. Over you. What are you doing? Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing to me? What are you doing? Yeah, you just want attention. I knew from the start. You're just making sure I'm never getting over you. Oh.
Okay. So yeah, that's a song that is very straightforward, where I could, after listening, the thing for me is that when I'm listening, I listen to things that happen in sections. So the first thing I like to outline is, okay, what kind of form is it? Is it a typical, especially with pop music, is going to be that typical pop music form? And it's really important as a musician, especially as a rhythm section player, that you understand forms, right? Different types of forms. So understanding, yes, a typical pop music form, something with an intro, a verse, chorus, going to a bridge. Even something like a song that starts with the chorus and then goes to a bridge. It goes to a verse. Things like that, where it kind of is like inverted. Something with pre-choruses, stuff like that. Being able to identify these different sections when you listen to tunes. Something that has an interlude or whatever, modulations, an outro. And then also understanding, okay, is it a tune that has maybe like a jazz form to it, a typical jazz standard form, something where it's like 2 A sections, a B section, and then an A section, something like that. Understanding forms is really key to being able to, when playing a song and learning a song, that it's really key to learning songs very quickly. When playing a song, it's really key for when differentiating between the different sections, right? Instead of just memorizing what chords or what bass notes that you have to play, right? You need to understand the tune as a whole. Luckily for a tune like this, it's the same, bunch of chords looped over and over again, and with a bass line that is very, it's very precise It's the same thing played. It's very possible this might even be my buddy Dimitri playing bass on this. I could be totally wrong, but I do remember I have heard this tune before. There was a session that I did years ago, and someone played this as a reference track for the type of kind of bass line, that kind of vibe they wanted. So I do remember this. But what's helpful is that in something like this is that it is very diatonic sounding. You know? So that's something that is also very helpful. For a tune like this, obviously, like I said at the beginning, yeah, you want to, or just tunes in general, yeah, you want to listen through it first. But for me, it got to the point where, like, okay, I'm hearing a lot of the same stuff happening, so I can find out where things are. So then the next time through, and I won't do it again because we don't need to listen to the tune again. We get the idea, right? So if I was to, the next time that I would listen through to the song, so then I would just then pay attention to more of the details in it. So any specific breakdown points, any parts where the bass line kind of changes a little, or that I have to like stop or whatever, anything like that. And also I would be also just paying attention just to make sure that I'm playing the bass line correctly as well. That's the thing. So I got the essence of it. But there are some notes in there that I was missing. That so I would go back and listen and just make sure that I have that note for note, because it sounds like that was a specific thing they were going for on this track, and so I would also want to make sure that I would do the same thing. So cool tune, you know. I've definitely heard it before. Really fun to play. So that's really cool. And it's possible, it definitely has, it sounds like it's been played with a pick, which it has a more little edgier tone to it. It almost sounds like it could be a P bass. You could totally play it on a P bass. It definitely, let's have a listen just to get some of the...
On my heart, baby, you just hate the thought of me with someone new. Yeah, you just want attention. I knew from the start, you're just making sure I'm never getting.
I mean, who knows what who you know, who knows what kind of bass they could be using, because there's definitely a low B in here, you know? And that's the thing. So but anyway, it's a really cool tune. And I guess I've learned a new tune now, right? So that's really cool. And of course, you know, there's always going to be a troll here, right? But this is the thing, it's always a thing. So yeah, not really cool. I don't appreciate that. You know, this is a place where we get to, you know, hang out, and so any discrimination or any disrespect to anyone in here is not tolerated. So goodbye. Like, what? No, thank you. But it's possible, John. It could be, you know, it could be, you know, just a detuned bass as well. That's also a possibility. You know, where it's also a possibility that, I mean, it could be on a 6-string bass. You know, like that's the thing. And because I've played so many tunes like this where I've like on sessions where I've just used a 6-string bass, you know, that's the cool thing about it. But it could be someone on a P bass. So anyway, anyway, and I'm also just trying to, how do I? But anyway, if you're on the channel, welcome. Hey, we got quite a few people who jumped on here. I was just learning a Charlie Puth tune. Someone suggested it, and I've heard it once before, but I don't really know the tune. Well, I know it now, so. So the last the last few weeks, I've been learning a lot of tunes, tunes that I know how to play already, but also tunes that I don't know how to play, and making charts. I do have a show coming up next week where we're playing the music of Michael Jackson, which is really exciting. I absolutely love a lot of that music, and also because a lot of that music has some of my favorite bass players on it, particularly people like Louis Johnson. Right? Because we're playing a lot of Off the Wall, playing a lot of Thriller as well. And so it's been really cool just revisiting a lot of that music, and also having to really learn these different types of tunes. That's the thing, you know, having to learn the different forms. So when I was talking about forms of tunes, that was a thing. That was a thing that I was talking about. Was that how to understand? So a tune like "Off the Wall," which has a very typical verse, chorus, and then bridge kind of thing, as opposed to a tune like I Can't Help It. A tune like that, which to me is more of like a jazz standard. It has 2 A sections. Yeah, it's like a AAB A, and you can look at the 2 A sections as the verse, right? And then you can look at the B section as the chorus, right? So that's the cool thing about it. So yeah, you know, and such beautiful changes. I mean, it's a Stevie Wonder tune. He wrote it, but obviously Michael picked it up, and that's really cool. So let's see what's going on in the comments here. You know what's real funny? You know, he's the dude saying that, you know, he doesn't like 5-string bass. It's like, if you're gonna make fun of someone, make sure you get the number of strings on the instrument that you're making fun of like correct. You know, this is 6 strings. So it's like, oh man, you know, but whatever. And let's see. Let's catch up here. Jess Quayle, nice to see you. It's been a minute. Hope you're doing well. And John Axe is asking, well, let me make sure I haven't missed anything else. Bass Face in Space. Yes, nice to see you. How do you play the turnaround of footprints? Yeah, how do I play the turnaround? So this is the thing. You know, that's the thing. Is that there's so many different turnarounds to of footprints. The real book changes are not necessarily correct. That's the thing. And then there's also the Terence Blanchard version. I always say, if you really want to understand, you know, how the tune goes, you know, really go to the source. So for a tune like Footprints, if you want to hear, okay, what are those changes in the bridge, right? Then I'm going to listen to the thing. I'm not going to rely on a real book. The real book is not always the correct source, right? And also with Wayne, throughout the years, Wayne was also notorious for changing up things as well. He always would be switching up stuff, which is a really cool thing. That was just always what he'd be doing. But just remember, the real book originally were just a bunch of charts that transcriptions that students, back at Berklee College of Music were putting together because they wanted to play these tunes with their ensembles. So they were making all these charts and they were sharing it amongst people, and they eventually had a book which was called a fake book. And it's essentially, it's transcriptions that they did, but not all of them were accurate. So there'd be like melodies that weren't accurate, there'd be chords, or there'd be sections that were missing, that kind of thing. So just listening with Footprints. So let's go to the... Alright, so I forgot how slow it is. So that's the thing, is that it's it's like a 2/5 kind of, they're like 2/5s. I've seen it as like like, someone has like made it like a blues, essentially. And then I've seen it like that as well, which is pretty interesting. And then, of course, the Terence Blanchard version. I'm just pulling up like a lead sheet just to like see all the different kind of versions that might be like just totally wrong. Let's see. Yeah, there's one here that has, that's the closest one though, but the Terence Blanchard version, so after that, and then I know it's so overplayed, that version, Terence Blanchard version, but it's so cool. I love it, I absolutely I love that version. It really is. It's great. It is fun to play. Yes, have I played it a bazillion times? Has everyone play it? Yeah, but it's just it's such a great tune, and I don't think you should let anyone discourage you from wanting to play it as well. Don't let people go, man, if you like to play it, then play it. That's something that I learned. My wife actually, she taught me this. So for the longest time, I didn't want to play the tune "Summertime," right? Gershwin. Because I'd played it so many times. I really did. And when her and I, we started playing music together, she wanted to play it, and I would make a big stink about it. And she was like, listen, just because you've played it so many times, like she's like, this is a tune that I like to do, and we could do something cool with it. But like, you can't like, if there's a tune that someone really likes, you really can't like discourage them from wanting to do it just because, you might not want to do it. And it's okay to have your opinion and feeling and not wanting to do a tune, but I've definitely had a lot of realizations of tunes that like I didn't necessarily like to play. I actually do enjoy playing them now. So since playing, that little moment and playing Summertime with her, like I do enjoy playing it. Yeah, is it a and I think also at that time when I was much younger, I had this kind of like elitist kind of attitude towards it. That, oh, if you play Summertime, oh, you're real like basic kind of, beginner kind of, and it's just like that's also not cool as well. So if there are tunes that you really like, don't let people discourage you from wanting to play it. All right, or like discourage you from just enjoying it as well. You want to play Summertime? Go ahead. You want to play the Terrence version of Footprints? Please do it. You want to play Watermelon Man or whatever. The Chicken? Man, I love playing the Chicken. It's so fun. Yeah, have I played it absolutely bazillion times? Sure, I have. There are a few exceptions. I don't want to play the tune At Last. It just doesn't do it for me. I'm sorry. I've tried so many times. But I just can't do it. And I don't want to play Valerie. All right, that's another one. No, thank you. Or Feeling Good. Birds flying high. You know how I feel. No, thanks. There are a few exceptions, right? But if I've been asked to play that on a gig for somebody, I'm not going to make a big stink about it. I'm going to be like, yeah, sure, no worries. And just do the thing. All right? I'm just going to do it because the thing that is going to make me enjoy it is that the person who loves to perform it and loves to sing it, that they are enjoying it. They are really and I want to be able to do that with them as well. So that's the thing. Exactly, John. Yeah, these big, corny, big band tunes. Oh, man, I've played them all. But, I mean, that's the thing. I mean, I'll tell you, look, I've done quite a lot of, quite a few gigs playing musical theater and Broadway tunes, like from various shows. And, I mean, look, there are some incredible shows, obviously. Right, but in terms of like, that's not the music that I typically play, or you know what I mean. Just because I'm don't really do that. But I have played some gigs where we're playing these tunes, and they've been some of the most enjoyable and fun gigs ever. Why? Because the person who is performing them have made it such an incredible time, made it a great experience, made it enjoyable, made it fun, and they sounded amazing and made an incredible performance doing it. So it could be these real kind of corny show tunes, but it's just like, man, that was fun. I actually enjoyed that. That's the thing. So I look at the overall musical experience, all right? I don't like to just let the tune and my past feelings about the tune kind of dictate how it's going to go. I used to do that a lot. I tell you, as a professional, if you want to just keep working, definitely just play the gig. Be as professional, be as flexible as you can, right? And that's it all plays into it. Let me catch up on the chat here because it's nice to see a lot of you on here, which I appreciate. Let's see. So John, you had a question. You have a question about monorail bridge. I've been looking at the Anaconda basses that have this also. Do they affect your playing at all? I don't think so. I think the monorail bridges, this definitely does not have a monorail bridge, even though this is a BTB bass, but obviously it's a custom BTB bass. The MDM, the mode bass, obviously this is a monorail bridge, so meaning that it's not a one-piece bridge, like something that's more traditional like this. Each string has its own, is isolated, is individual, right? Freestanding, if you want to call it like that. I don't really notice so much of a difference per se. I really don't. But yeah, I mean, I don't think it changes the playing at all. Some people say, oh, yeah, you know, you get better this or better that or whatever. I really can't tell the difference. I really can't. Especially when you put the bass in a mix with something, with a band, you blend it in. Like, the only thing that is going to be different is the way that it feels to you, right? And John, you know, the Anaconda basses, I mean, I haven't played one, but they look incredible. They really do. What's his name? Andrew. He makes some incredible stuff. He really does. You know, so I don't think you have to worry about it, man. Like, you know, you really don't. All right, let me put this bass back. I might need to raise the action a little bit on this bass. Let's see. I mean, the neck is pretty nice. I got 2 truss rods, so I got to check both sides. So the neck is where it is. So I might have to just adjust the bridge saddles. I want to raise them just a touch. I do like having, you know, a low-ish kind of action, but it can't be too low. Although I need a little bit of resistance. That's the thing. So let's see here. And Jess Quayle saying, I start my Beatles show tomorrow, 3 weeks of 45 Beatles tunes. Nice. That's bad. You're going to play the whole book. That's cool. So have fun, you know, have fun doing that. Musa Henderson is asking, what kind of music do you make? Yeah, well, so I play all kinds of music. That's how it has been in my career. In terms of the music that I make as when I put on my own band, it's obviously more in the jazz side of things, in the jazz kind of fusion element. I have a gig coming up soon where I'm leading the band. It's a quartet, so I'm on bass, I got a keyboard player, I got a drummer, and there's a saxophone player. And so it's going to be a mix of, some fusion stuff, and I'm going to play some upright as well. So on upright, we're going to do a Freddie Hubbard tune, The Intrepid Fox, which is a nice kind of up-tempo, straight-ahead tune. Incredible tune, difficult tune as well. Like the solo section is very odd, but it's incredible. And then doing some other tunes. I'm going to do a John Patitucci tune. I'm going to play, I've always played the tune Growing, but I'm going to play one of his other ones called Change of Season. I managed to get a chart of that. And so that's going to be fun, playing Change of Season. It always sounds like, like it could be something from like Star Trek. Like, so I'm gonna do that, and a few other tunes, which will be great. But yeah, definitely when I put on my own gigs, it's definitely gonna be stuff more in that vein. When I do gigs with my wife, it's more on the R&B, funk element side of things. Still, with the jazz thing, but it's not going to be like, like a lot of like solos and all that, like on some other jazz gig, but it's definitely going to be a more groove and songwriting, elements. So that's the cool thing. All right, let's see how this feels. Okay, that's nice. yeah, I'm like way behind on this chat. I always try my best to like, answer everyone's questions because there's always some really great questions or whatever, and I don't want to miss out. I want to be part of the conversation too, guys. And yes, exactly, Jess. You totally got it. That's gonna be so cool. 45 Beatles tunes. And you'll feel more richer for that. I'm not talking about monetarily wise, unless it's got all these sellout shows and making. But in terms of like music wise, like of learning tunes and repertoire, that's what I'm meaning. The tune Something, of course, yeah, beautiful tune, Twist and Shout. Yeah, no, it's just and that's the thing, is that you're having fun, you're enjoying it. That's all that matters. You're playing with people who are doing the same thing. That makes a huge thing. Indeed, 317, yes, PYT is such a great tune. I might just have to play through PYT shortly. I might do that. But we are doing PYT. We're doing a different version of it. There's a really cool husband and wife duo who are on this Michael Jackson show. Modre and Lucy, they have a band called the Feel Good Service. Modre is a incredible multi-instrumentalist. He plays, he sings, plays keys, guitar, drums, bass, and his wife, who's an incredible keyboard player. I'm pretty sure she plays I think she plays other instruments as well, but also is an incredible vocalist as well. And she's toured a lot. I mean, both of them have a very extensive touring experience as well, with, many different artists. Like Black Eyed Peas, and I think maybe like will.i.am, really huge artists. So they have some really great stuff going on. So we're doing a version that they've come up with of PYT, which is like a real kind of nice, heavy funk kind of thing to it, real laid back. Almost has that like a laid back Minneapolis kind of funk thing to it, where it's like this kind of let's see, so that's going to be really cool. I'm really excited about that. So yeah, it's going to be such a fun night. Really great band. Yeah. And yes, there is a lot of vocalists on the gig, which is really cool. Incredible vocalists as well. So I'm excited about that. Do a sweep arpeggio. Oh man, don't know if I can still do it. The tap ones, I used to be able to do it because I was really into Adam Nitty, and Adam Nitty does some incredible, incredible stuff. But yeah, the sweep thing, I mean, yeah, you want to see that, you check out Frank Gambale. That's the cat for that kind of stuff, man. Like that, like just effortless, just insane. Oh, man. How do we shop for a head? Are they coming out with a lot of advancement? Are you talking about, you talking about a bass head? Yeah, I mean, yeah, there are some really great bass heads out there these days. Like a lot. At this point, there's something for everyone, which is really, and I always say this, you guys hear me say this, there's a bass for everyone, there's strings for everyone, there's a cabinet, amp for everyone. There really is. The thing to do is, what is your price range? What do you want to use it for? So like also what kind of what kind of gigs, um, what kind of size venues would you be wanting to use it for, and what's the kind of sound that you're going for. Did I say price range? Yeah, probably. And the amount of wattage as well. For me personally, I always like to go for a lot of wattage. I always like to have a lot of headroom, just because the stuff that I'm doing, when I'm playing, um, I'm sending a lot of information to the bass rig, and it needs to be able to handle that. Even if the point is to not play loud, but I want to be able to to be able to have that available capacity, and to have that dynamic range. So I definitely love at least 500 watts, at least, yeah. Even in small venues, because that way I can control the dynamic however I need to, So that would be a thing. Is yes, what is your price range? What are you going to use it for? Do you want to lug something that is going to be heavy, or do you want something that's light? Preferably, I always go for something light. And there are some very powerful amplifiers, bass heads out there that are 800 watts, and they're like, you just lift them up with your hand. That wasn't the case, like 30 years ago. Definitely wasn't, right? But anyway, it's all good. Let's see. What bass is this? What bass is this? So this bass is, yes, Ibanez. This is a custom Ibanez 6-string BTB bass. If you want to know more about it, I have a video that has a whole breakdown about it here on my YouTube channel, so make sure you check that out. And speaking of YouTube channel, please like and subscribe. I'm going to do some more playing shortly, because I've been talking a lot, and maybe I should, yes, Chuck Beasy, nice to see you. Maybe I'll show you how, talk through how I can fudge my way through Humpty Dumpty. So I can do that. Let's see what's else is going on here. Nice. And Chuck, you're driving home from rehearsal. Yeah, good to see you, man. Hey, we stream all the way from the Caribbean. Nice to see you. And he's asked, have you ever toggled the hexagon on the MDM? Oh, you're talking about, the hexamid? Yeah, on the switch in the back. Yeah, I definitely have. I've tried it. I think right now I've kind of just left it where it's at. I think it might be just on the high mid setting. I think that's where it is. But definitely, yeah, it's all good. Yeah, John Axe, yeah. I don't think that will be the case, because even though, yes, it has some traditional things, like I'd say the jazz bass pickups, but in terms of like the body shape, I think that was the thing that Fender were going after. But who knows? At this point, I mean, that whole thing is really silly. It really is, and they are not doing themselves any service with that whole thing. It's really stupid. It really is. Brandon Clark, nice to see you. Sissy Strut by the Meters would sound amazing with sax player. Yeah, I've played that tune many times with horns and all that. Yeah, it sounds great. I love playing that tune. George Porter Jr., incredible bassist, like solid, funky, greasy, like beautiful, absolutely incredible. And so let's have a look at Humpty Dumpty. Let's see. Play Bach. Oh man, I haven't played Bach in a very long time. Probably just embarrass myself. Okay, I gotta revisit it. So thank you, Brandon. Thank you, Brandon. No, this is good because I haven't played in probably like maybe 20 years or whatever. So I should go revisit that. So I'm gonna do that. Thank you, Brandon. Just more things to practice, which is good. Even I've been playing bass for almost 30 years, and there are still things that I will go back and revisit as a musician at this point in my life right now. So that's the thing. So just like I'll go revisit some Jaco stuff or Marcus Miller stuff that I was really influenced in and was checking out in my teens. I'll revisit that stuff as an adult now, with my gray hairs that are coming through. I'll do that. Because it's always great to revisit something with a different perspective and a more matured experience and perspective as well. So, okay, Humpty Dumpty by Chick Corea. So, I'm going to do the chords a little, the whole thing a little. So I'll put it in my looper. All right, so here we go. Screwed that up, who cares, whatever. We're here now. Alright, so the cool thing about this tune is that, it has a lot of like major 7 chords, and then it has this kind of these like minor these like minor 11 chords that move down in minor thirds. So that's one of the things that's tricky about this, as well as it does have an irregular form as well. It's been a minute. It's a good one to get into. it's been a minute. But and also for some reason it's actually kind of hard at that tempo. So let's move, because I've always played it fast. So that's the thing. Sometimes it can be hard at a slower tempo. Let's see. Oh, and okay, there we go. Take two. Let's see. Come on. It's like on my volume pedal. Okay. To take three, whatever, 370, what? Anyway, so like, okay, I can kind of get around it a little more when it's at a higher tempo, just because I've always associated this tune as being a higher tempo tune, because that's how I learnt it. I learnt the Chicory Electric Band version of it, where they just absolutely burn it. It's so fast, you know? But, you know, it does have a lot of moving changes to it. So in a sense, like, you know, so like something like that, which is just all major 7 chords. So E flat major 7, D major 7, G flat major 7 to F major 7. So definitely what helps is like, yeah, understanding your chord tones, right? And then how to connect all that, right? See, like right there, I just totally like just fudged that, you know? Played an E natural over like the E flat major 7. So I was like, oops. So I'm just gonna try something. Let's switch to my other 6th string, because feeling the bass, but also it's just like I feel like I'm just fighting this one for a second. So I just want to compare it with my groove line. Don't blame your tools. Alright, so this bass is definitely feeling a little more, I've got like a little more flex in it. It's not the strings, but it just feels a little more bouncier. That one's just, I want to get that bass to just feel like this one. So that's the thing. But nevertheless, yeah, it's a hard tune either way. It really is. I'm gonna take my cardigan off because it's getting a little warm now. But I'm gonna play to some more music, I think. But how you all doing? I hope everyone is doing all right. Yeah, John, you got to play the chords on this tune. They're really nice. So that's the cool thing. My groove line is just incredible. It's just such a wonderful instrument. It really is. Who we got here? Michael Anthony, how you doing, man? Hope you're doing well. Edward Felt, I mostly want to play jazz and be able to splice with my laptop. Ibanez SR506 mahogany, possible a bongo 4/6 in a year. Nice, yeah. Yeah, I have a student who has a bongo 5-string, and it sounds incredible. He loves it, and he sounds so great with it. It's a really nice instrument. I know people get I know people give it a lot of flack because of the way it looks, but I mean, I think it sounds incredible. Those instruments, they really are. They're well built as well. So let's see. Boards are serious. Hey, nice to see you. Hey, and I'll be seeing you in a few days as well. So looking forward to that. Speaking of which, if you look down in the description box, there's my links to my bass resources, so courses. If you want to take a one-off session with me, just like a lesson, and we can cover absolutely anything. And it's for anybody as well. right? You don't have to be an advanced player. You can be a beginner player. Just anything you need help with your bass playing, or if you want to just get some feedback on your bass playing, you want to just play for me, we could do that. You can book that down below. If you want to join my bass coaching and mentoring program, it's one-on-one, and there's information about that down below. Just click on the links. And again, that is also open to absolutely everyone as well. So please check it out. They're definitely they've come quite a long way, since I started it, and it's just been so great working with some amazing bassists of all levels from around the world. And so I just love this bass, man. Yeah, I just play this and I'm just like, this is one of those basses that it definitely feels like home for me. So yeah. Gil, how you doing? And yeah, John, these two basses do have the same strings on them as well. But I will say that on the BTB, the strings do feel a little stiffer. And it's got to do with the it's definitely got to do with the just the way that I have it, that it's set up. So I'm still tweaking on it. I'm still tweaking the setup on it to get it how I need it to feel. But definitely the Grooveline 6-string, for me, is the standard of how that bass should feel. It has the sound, but I definitely, in terms of the playability, I want it to be like this. Now, they are a few different wood combinations, obviously. Like, so this has definitely got the rosewood fingerboard on it, so it's definitely going to have that warmer, kind of softer sound to it. But it still has like a nice growl and a nice bite to it. Especially with that back pickup. But you put both on and it's real nice. Yeah, this thing just like it just really is. And also, I've developed my majority of my development in my playing has been on this instrument as well, especially in my professional career. So So indeed, did you get a 6-string Ibanez? Is that what you did? And when you want to thump it as well, it does. So it's definitely an incredible instrument. It's also been played in a lot. The BTB is a much newer instrument, so it needs to get some road miles on it. It needs to be played in. So that's what I'm doing. I'm gonna play a tune because I've done a lot of talking here. Since I've got this MJ show coming up, even though we're not going to do this version. Yes, I know. Yes, Sir Anthony did get a 6-string, an MDM 6-string. I know that. which is super exciting. How are you enjoying it, Michael? How's it working out for you? Indeed is a 4-string Fender PJ Land. Nice. Then you'll like this. It's not a Fender, but it's an Ibanez. It's a vintage Ibanez this is from 77. Ibanez Challenger, and it's PJ. It's incredible. I'll tell you what I'll do. Maybe for this tune, I'll play it. How about that? I'll play the PJ. It'd be good to kind of get this bass. Just change up the instruments a little here. Gotta tune it up. And adjust the gain on it because it's a passive bass. Oh yeah, it's very sharp. But yeah, so this bass, some of you might know, for those of you who don't know, I got this bass maybe almost 15 years ago from a buddy back in university who's a guitar player. And he showed it to me. He was like, hey man, I've had this bass for years. It was given to me by someone, and you know, he's like, I don't play bass, but he's like, I thought it might be cool to have a bass that I could just maybe just mess around on, but this bass is in beat up condition. So he said, you know, would it be worth getting it thing, or should I just save that money and just buy a new bass? And I told him, to be honest, man, I mean, you could turn this into a project bass, but do you want to really do that? You know, find pickups and, you know, he's like, nah, not really. I said, just, you know, get a new bass. I told him, like, what I could help you out with is, you know, I could get you an instrument from Ibanez for, I could use my little discount. And so we did. And he said, well, do you want to have this bass, you know? And I said, sure, yeah, why not? And so this sat in my closet for like 8 years because I was like, oh, okay, well, I'll turn this into a project bass. Yeah, that didn't happen. And then I asked my dad, you know, do you want to have this bass? You know, because he wanted to have a bass. And I said, I mean, if you can get it fixed up, you can. He's like, yeah, sure. So he got it all fixed up. And he played it. He enjoyed it. And then just in the last few years, he wasn't really using it. It was kind of sitting around. And I said, well, you know, if you're not playing it, I'll hang on to it for a while and I'll use it. So I use it for teaching. I'll use it for some content or whatever. I haven't used it on a gig as yet. I'd like to use it on a gig. I'm just waiting for the right gig to use it on. So that's the thing. So let's just put a little more gain on this. That pickup is a little loose there. That's why it's doing that. So what I'll do. Strings are old too. Let's turn up the gain. So yeah. I will say, you know, if Ibanez were making this bass today, then yeah, there would be a problem. Where Fender would totally go after them on something like this. This is why this era of instruments is called the lawsuit era. That's the thing. All right, I'm going to play PYT. I'll play PYT and let's have some fun here. You know what's funny is because it's an old track, so it's actually a little out of tune. So you saw me tuning my bass, so the bass sounds sharp. Sounds a little sharper than the track itself. The track is just a touch flat. But man, this bass is such a great instrument. What else can I play with this? With this this bass, I absolutely love it. It has the neck feels so good on this instrument. It definitely is one of the best feeling bass necks that I have. And this is definitely 19 millimeter spacing. So yeah. So if you're wondering, so John Axe he was just asking me to play, Journey to Love by Stanley Clarke, which is one of my favorite tunes. So he does this. This like kind of bend harmonic, but because he's playing an alembic bass, which is a short scale bass, when you play the harmonic and you bend it up here by pushing down here, he can get it to go up a whole step, right? You can also achieve this if you have, on a regular scale bass, if you have very light strings, so a much lighter gauge. And I actually, my dad, he actually has the bass right now. I have an Ibanez Soundgear 4-string bass, and I put some very light strings on them. Like I'm talking about where the E string is, I think, a 90, might be a little less, but they're very light strings and they got a lot of flex. So you could do that thing. It kind of has a short scale bass kind of vibes because you can do some really cool bends on it. So that's how Stanley would bend the harmonics, was that he would play the harmonic and he would bend it over here. And for the longest time, I was trying to figure out how Stanley did it, other than thinking that, he's probably using, in one of his basses, he does have an alembic bass that has a Bigsby tremolo bar on it. But his main alembics that he was playing and that he does play doesn't have that. So I was wondering, I was like, is he bending the neck or like what? For the longest time I didn't know how he was doing it until I saw something where he went did that, and I was like, but of course, man. And the beat goes on. That might be a fun one. Let me see. I think I have that. Let me see. That's a great tune, playing the whispers. Before I get to that tune, I actually want to pay a little tribute to a bass player who we just lost, just passed away. Hopefully this is going to be in the right key or tuned properly. I'm talking about the great Ron Leprede, bassist for the Commodores. He just passed away the other day. Rest in peace, and my condolences to his family and friends. Obviously an incredible bassist, and I had no idea that he was living here in New Zealand and had been for a long time as well. So, and the Commodores, such an iconic group, and this dude, he played on a lot of the Commodore hits, Brick House, played on Easy, Two Times a Lady, like all these wonderful tracks. So I'm going to play, let me just put it in here. And he played a P bass as well. So I'm going to, and this is a track I absolutely love, one of my favorite bass lines of his that I'm going to play. So in tribute to, I'll just get my stem splitter to do its thing here. I mean, my drink is kind of cold right now at this point, but it doesn't matter. But yeah, Stanley did, a few of those Romantic Warrior stuff, he did use the Bigsby bass. But he would also, definitely do, he definitely would use the headstock string bend as well. It's just so innovative, Stanley. He figured out how to use the instrument in so many different ways and to get the sounds that he was really wanting to hear. And, I mean, that's the whole point of it, right? All right, it's almost done here. So I absolutely love this tune. Grew up with this tune. This is such a classic Commodores hit as well. And I'm gonna put it into the P bass, into the P bass sound. All right, let's go. Here we go. This is for Mr. Ron, Maestro Ron, from the Commodores.
Sounds funny, but I just can't stand the pain. Girl, I'm leaving you tomorrow. Seems to me, girl, you know I've done all I can. You see, a big stole and I borrowed. Yeah. Why I'm easy. I'm easy like Sunday morning. That's why I'm easy. I'm easy like Sunday morning. Everybody wants me to be what they want me to be. I'm not happy when I try to fake it. No. Ooh, that's why I'm easy. I'm easy like Sunday morning. I wanna be high, so high. I wanna be free to know the things I do are right. I wanna be free, just me, oh baby.
Such a beautiful tune. Such a beautiful tune, right? And yes, that was Lionel Richie singing on that when he was the lead singer. He played piano as well in the Commodores. I don't know if any of you've seen it. I mean, they came out with it a few years ago. It's on Netflix. But what's it? It's essentially a documentary about the We Are the World, and so great tune. It really great insights as to how Quincy and Lionel Richie and Michael Jackson, how they wrote the tune, and just how the whole thing came together. It was really amazing. I love watching documentaries like that. Yes, that's my wife there. Tune, exactly. Incredible tune, right? Really great tune. Uh, Low End is asking, when you play these songs from memory, what are you thinking about? Is it muscle memory, or are you actively recalling the chords? Yeah, it's a mix of both, and also just it's also a combination of let's see, remembering the forms of the tune, and also the different elements of the tune that help me remember it. So maybe parts that like a guitar, something on the guitar does, or something the drums do. Anything like that. That's how it is. Because sometimes, I mean, that tune right there, easy. I haven't played that. I used to jam along with that tune when I was a teenager, and I haven't played it since then. So we're talking at least 20 years. But because I've listened to this tune, I used to play this tune a lot. Obviously, it's embedded in my muscle memory. And then whenever I would hear this tune elsewhere on the radio, or just wherever you would go, it's that's also the whole thing. So this tune is internalized, and there are there are thousands of tunes for me that are like that. All kinds of different tunes. Whether I've played them or not, I can kind of figure it out on the spot. I'm glad you like my bass faces. Could be worse, right? Michael is asking, how do you avoid the YouTube copyright strike playing somebody else's song? That's an interesting one. So, from what I understand, it's when it asks me a question about it, because it'll pop up like after I've done the live streams, like a day later, and I always click on the fair use option, especially for the live streams. And that's always been a thing for me. And I got that from, just researching what other people were saying. I know for certain artists, it's definitely a little different, but I always tend to keep it to artists that, where it's, going to be, that's not going to be the case. And also what I've done in the past as well is I've even said, because sometimes they might ask you to, give a reason as to why, you're playing. And I say, well, I'm helping promote the song by playing it and bringing more awareness to it. That's what I've written. And because I am, because I definitely, if you want to hear what Ron's original bass part on this, you need to go check it out. What Greg Fillinganes played on PYT, his original synth bass, definitely check it out. Mr. Nick Granville, how you doing, bro? Hope you're doing well, man. That's my dude right there. So somebody mentioned the whispers and the beat goes on. Do I have this track? I think I have it, because that's also a great bass line. The first time I heard the song, do I have it? I hope I have it, because it's such a great track. I think I have, let's see. I got it, let's see. The Whispers. Maybe under here. I might have to search for it on my computer. Let's see. Let's see if it's in. Let's look in this folder. I know I have it somewhere. Oh, I do have it. Hey, look at me being prepared, sort of. All right, I'll put it in here. My stem splitter. This bass is so fun to play. It's such a great, you know, like funk, R&B. Like, it's a really great, like, 70s bass. It does that whole thing. And so... And then the bridge, and then the bridge pickup has a nice growl. So it's a fun bass, it really is. Alright, did it load up in here? Okay, cool, it did. Put my stem splitter on. This might be the last tune that I play for today, we'll see. You know how sometimes I kind of like to get carried away and be like, no, one more tune, just one more. But I'm actually hungry, so I'm definitely gonna be making some food after this. I'm sure my family is hungry as well. So I definitely should take care of that. But folks, I appreciate you hanging out with me while this stem splitter is doing its processing. Yeah, got 30 seconds to do so. So, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel here. I appreciate it. As well as, if you're not, please go follow me on Instagram as well. But most importantly, check out the links in my description down below. Courses, if you want to take a lesson with me, please do. If you want to join my bass coaching and mentoring program, check that out as well. It's all there. You don't have to be a jazz player to do it. It's just to get regular guidance on your playing, to get feedback, everything like that. All right? To get the occasional pep talk when you need it. All right? That's what the whole program is about. But please check it out. But again, I appreciate it. This track should have loaded up. Yeah, it is. So I'm definitely going to play along to this, and the beat goes on. Oh, that's very nice of you, Brandon. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. He's like, no, stay on. Trust me, if I could stay on longer, I totally would. But I'm gonna play this tune, and the beat goes on. I first heard this tune on, I think I was telling you, Grand Theft Auto Vice City, one of my favorite video games growing up, because they had all this incredible music. Like all these great tunes, which is so cool. So yeah, Edward's saying, what head could I buy to connect my laptop and katana to, please? Oh, so are you talking about your katanas? Are you talking about your bass? Is it one of those Warwick katana? So remember those? Who remembers a Warwick katana? Those like early 90s like basses. Who remembers those? I'm pretty sure you're not. You're probably not talking about that. But if you want to connect your bass to your laptop, is that what you're asking? If you want to just get, I would just recommend getting a Focusrite Scarlett 2i2, which is a two input, two channel that you can plug into, and the inputs are universal, so you can either plug in a XLR or you can plug in a 1/4-inch guitar cable into it. That's what I'm using right now. This is how you're hearing me, is through my Focusrite Scarlett. I know a lot of people give it a hard time, but it's great. I think it works well. it does what I need it to do. And, you know, especially for something, if you're just trying to get going and just record your bass, that's what I would recommend. So yeah, check that out. There's other options as well, but in terms of like something that, you know, is decent quality, you know, I recommend that. All right. And the beat goes on, because it does. that brings back a lot of memories. Playing GTA Vice City. Oh man. 20 plus years ago, and just with all this music playing. What's it? It was, I think the radio station on that one that had all this music was called Fever 105 or something like that. But they had it definitely got me way more hip to. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, man, I love this. And the only two radio stations I would listen to on that game would be Fever 105 and Espantoso. They had Latin jazz, or like the salsa music, because that would be burning as well, man. Woo! It'd be absolutely amazing. So I'd listen to those two radio stations. But anyway, folks, I appreciate you all. Yes, Brandon, please do. Please go ahead, sign up. Love to sit down with you, do some lessons. Any of you, anything I can do to help you with your bass playing, your bass journey, please reach out to me. And have a wonderful rest of your week. All right. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Check out the stuff in my down in the description box. All right. But wherever you are, please take care. All right. Have fun playing music. Have fun playing your bass. All right. Have fun playing music with other people and connecting, and play the music that you love to play. That really means a lot to you. As long as you are having fun and you are enjoying what you're doing, that's all that matters. All right? And find people who want to do the same thing as you as well, who share that passion. All right? But again, thank you all. I really appreciate you. Cats are awesome. And take care. And I'll be back next week. All right? You're awesome, folks. All the best with everything, and I'll see you then. All right, folks. See you later.